London, September 1888. The fog that evening was peculiar, thick as workhouse stew and cold as a knife blade. Mary Ann Nichols, staggering down Hanbury Lane, did not notice a shadow move away from the wall of a tavern and follow her. "Half a crown and I'm yours, dear," she muttered, turning. But there was no one in the lane. Only the moon, peeping out from behind the clouds for a moment, illuminated a brick wall on which someone had chalked a strange symbol, a circle with an inverted triangle inside. The first ball. In the morning, Mary's body was found by a carrier. The cut in her throat was so deep that her head was almost separated from her body. But the most terrifying thing was what the forensic expert discovered. The uterus was missing, and the same figure was scratched on the inside of the thigh, a circle with a triangle. "This is not just a murderer," Inspector Aberline whispered, looking at the photographs. "He leaves a signature. A doll maker." A strange entry was found in the police archive. In 1873, in the same Whitechapel, the doll maker Felix Drummond was arrested. His shop was famous for its mechanical dolls with porcelain faces, so realistic that they blinked. He claimed that the dolls spoke to him. The sergeant leafed through the notes. He said something about collecting parts. On the day of his arrest, Drummond disappeared from the cell, leaving the same symbol drawn in charcoal on the wall. The second stitch. Annie Chapman met him at the counter of a cheap pub. A tall gentleman in a black coat bought her rum but did not touch his glass. "You are so complete," he whispered, running his finger down her neck. She was found in a yard on Hanbury Street. In addition to the telltale wounds, the killer had carefully removed her uterus and part of her vagina, and carved part 2 into her chest. Shadow Theater. Star reporter George Phelps broke into the abandoned Drummond Puppet Theater. Among the cobwebs he found a diary with plans for a mechanical woman, a collection of glass eyes, and a doll with the face of Mary Nichols. Its stomach had been cut open to reveal a real human womb. The last entry in the diary: "They don't understand. I don't kill, I collect." The third cog. Elizabeth Stride and Catherine Eddowes died on the same night. The first was stabbed to death near a stall. The killer was scared off. The second was found in the square. In addition to the usual wounds, she had no kidneys, and a tiny gear was drawn on her tongue. On the wall nearby, in blood, was written, "She will be started soon." The last doll. Mary Jane Kelly met her death in a room on Dorset Street. What the killer did to her defied description. The skin was carefully removed and hung on the back of the bed. The heart was lying on the pillow. On the wall, with a brush and blood, a finished mechanism made of human organs was drawn. But the most terrible thing was found under the bed: a doll with Mary's face. When the inspector took it in his hands, the eyelids trembled, and from the half-open mouth fell a piece of paper with the inscription, "Now I am whole." Epilogue. In 1901, an old man died in a mental hospital, all these years whispering one word: Drummond. During the autopsy, they found that his heart was mechanical. And in 1923, a doll with 5 faces was found in the attic of a house in Whitechapel. When it was opened, dried human organs were found inside, arranged like clockwork gears.